Hi everyone, welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator. Here we are with our Corvette. Last time out we did a full redo of the engine, and look at that, looking beautiful in there. Today we're going to concentrate on getting the suspension sorted. So let's get it on the old test path and get everything sorted out. Oh, she did start. I thought she didn't start then, but nope, she's just quiet as a something very quiet. Let's hold the brake pedal in and do the old brake test. So the fronts are pretty worn. Bring her forward. Oh my god, I can't believe how quiet that engine is. Okay, so there's even wear around the car, so that's not too bad. They obviously wore pretty well. There's nothing wrong fundamentally with everything, but obviously we'll get them all refreshed. Yep, same kind of wear levels for the front suspension, and I'm guessing the rear is going to be pretty much the same story. Oh no, it's a lot worse. Okay, we got a lot of work to do. The brake servo is fine. Oh yeah, we replaced that last time. Everything else needs to go. Yep, we're going to replace everything else, I think. Yeah, I think we have to, won't we? Right. That being said, let's get this over to the lift then. Let's get over to lift 1. And it magically goes through. You know, somebody reverses it all the way out through there, all the way through here, but by the time it takes us to walk through that door. It's incredible, isn't it? That's incredible. Right. First off, let's get these wheels off then and have a look at... Can I have it a little bit higher than that, please? Thank you. So I don't have to bend down. I've actually just bought myself a compact. What do you call them? One of the wrenches, the impact wrenches. Yes. So I'm gonna have another go at my car. I tried to get the rear brake pad, check the rear brakes the other day because it's binding slightly. But unfortunately, I couldn't get one of the nuts off. Sat there, and even broke one of the socket extension bits. So I was like, "Oh god!" Right. So I got some new bits coming, an impact wrench with some obviously reinforced sockets and extension bars. They're here. So this weekend I'm gonna have another go at that. It should be a simple fix. It's just a case of the where the brake pad. It's got a little slider it sits in, and obviously it moves as the brake pad's applied, and then obviously once the brakes are released it slides back slightly, but because it's all covered in gunk and stuff and rusted, it needs to be cleaned up because it's not sliding, and then therefore it's sticking close to the disc, which is causing the issues. Right, can we get in here? There we go, that's better. A bit of lag, it always does this something. I'm sure it's every time they does some music loading in the background it lags. Right, that should be a little bit better. Steam decided to do some downloading in the background. Naughty Steam. Naughty Steam. Right, let's get all this off then. Yeah, it's got my new wrench coming in. Quite excited about that. And we'll give that one a go and see how that works out. Hopefully that should now be, rather than a 2-hour wrestling with the seized bolt, it should be a 5-minute jobby, just and it opens up, unless it rips the head off the bolt, which is a possibility, and then we're in all sorts of bother. But we're gonna go gentle, and it should be fine. Yeah, I managed to break the little connector from my socket set using a breaker bar. But a breaker bar, they're not ideal because they kind of put force on one side. So, hopefully this will sort it out. And going forward, it'll be an incredibly useful tool. You can put scaffolding up with it, all sorts, should I want to go into scaffolding. But, it's a very useful tool. Like a really high-powered drill, but not really a drill because it's got a socket, a half-inch socket connector on the edge. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm rambling. Right, let's just concentrate on what we're doing. Let's just strip this. We'll strip this. We'll get the suspension out. We're going to replace all this, so I'm not even worried. Going to have to buy a ton of washers, rubber washers. It's floating in midair. We'll get rid of that. Can we take the sway bar out? Yes. We'll take the steering rack out. What about this? What's this cross? We're probably going to replace that actually. Let's get these rubber bushing out. Are they out on the other side as well? Yep, we can remove that. We'll drop that out. The engine is just hanging there, which is fine. Yeah. Do we want to replace the exhausts? We probably do, don't we? They look fine. Let's get the old eyesight imaging. So let's click on that and let's get the old testing thingy. Yeah, we'll get these pipes replaced, I think. I think everything else looks okay. Yeah. And these look new, don't they? I think, do we replace these previously? Maybe. Right, so we'll get these swapped out. Fortunately, we can just move them like that. That is awesome. Good. Right, let's get some bits ordered. Of course, I didn't do the sensible thing and look to see what we've got. Let's see if we can repair any of this junk on me. 77. Now somebody said, "Oh, that's because it hit 100%, and it could have been a perfect fix." But if we go to suspension, you'll. Oh, I've got. Hang on. Oh, it's a different one. No, it's the same one. Loads of rubber bushings, but you'll see. Where has that gone now? Oh, it might have been white. You might be right. We'll have a look. What's that? That's a condition D. We've got a couple of those. Right. Anyway, sorry, back to what I was doing. Let's try and get these fixed up. Go on. We don't really need to worry about that because we've got a couple of those already. Let's just see in the inventory how that's all panning out. No, yeah, not bad actually. Not bad at all. Right, let's keep working on these. Excellent. Right. Get rid of the menu. Let's try and start with the rebuild. Right. So first of all, were we able? We've got plenty of cross members. Let's put one of these back in. We'll need to put the little rubber bushing on. Got loads of those in my inventory because I always have like a zillion of those because they are the most used parts in this game, I would imagine. Nice. Right, let's get the old steering majing in. Steering rack in. Okay, we got the sway bar. We need a new sway bar B. Let's get a new sway bar B. We'll do this as we go along so we know where we are. Sway bar B. It's a front one. $117, but that's fine. Boop. She's in. Do we get any tie rods? Let's get a couple of tie rods and a couple of tie rod ends. So this is the bit that was... Oops, hang on. Get out of that. These were the bits that were damaged on my car thanks to that idiot who clipped it the other day. So if we come up here... So this was bent, this bit here, the tie rod. And obviously I had the tie rod end replaced as well. Because you might as well. Right, and tie rod. Let's get a couple of those. Might already have a couple of those in the old... inventory, but that's fine. Get those added, and we'll get the knuckle, which has been repaired, and get that added on. And we'll get the top one, which we repaired. See, I thought when they disappeared that we've had a problem. Oh, I said we got load of rubber bushings. Clearly not enough. Let's buy a shed loads. Let's buy a gazillion of these because I'll use them on all jobs going forward as well, and we'll buy a load of these as well. They're only a few dollars, so it's fine. Right, we were putting this back in, weren't we? Yeah, sorry about the repair. I thought once it clicked off that it failed because you know, but no, it repairs. That's brilliant. Thank you. I thought there was a failure mechanism in there. Did there used to be, or have I just dreamt that? But anyway, brilliant. Great stuff. Saving us an absolute fortune now, isn't it? Get the old hub on. Nice. Let's get the old... Oh, we'll have to do the suspension. Do we have... so these are sway bar front end link Bs. So let's get some sway in there again. These ones, we've got 2 of those. And we'll have to probably build a new shock absorber. Depending on how good a condition these were. I don't think there were any cop, were they? No. So front spring, and we want a double wishbone shock absorber. Okay. So let's go to the old suspension then. Double wishbone shock absorber. Ooh, look, air suspension. Haven't seen those ones before. So if I put shock, let's have a look. So we've got the dual wishbone. Okay, it's one of these, wasn't it? It wasn't the rear, so it's got to be that one. It doesn't say front on it, but yeah. It's got to be one of those. Let's get a couple of those caps and a couple of front springs. Front spring, there we go. And we'll get these built up and we'll get that added on. Nice. Right, let's step away for a moment and come over to our shock absorber builder, Majing. Some sort of black magic happens, and then we have ourselves a shock absorber. Lovely. And make another one. Lovely jubbly. Right. Let's get back to it then and concentrate on this. Let's... where were we? Right, we need to put our brand new shock in. Looking lovely. Is it not connected at the top? Apparently not. That's fine then. Oh, we need some vented discs. Let's get some discs in. Brake vented. 2 of those. Let's get a couple of pads as well. I like how there's just pads in this game, whereas, you know, in effect, you'd have to buy front or rear pads for your vehicle. Yeah, so... this is the brake caliper, but on mine I've got brake caliper, then I've got a cage which holds the pads in, and it was the cage I couldn't get off, which was the problem. So that's okay. Right, that's all done. Oh, we need front exhaust pipe V8 OHVA. Let's just make a note of that because my short-term memory is atrocious. And go to exhausts. It was that one, wasn't it? Wasn't that bad after all. We could probably get those 2 fitted. Yes. And that one fitted. Yes. Great. Get a couple of wheel bearings as well. How the hub cap? The caps are looking good. Excellent. Right, that one is done. Let's get this one built. Same again, using our reclaimed parts, which is fantastic. I'm loving. Oh, whoa! No, that one didn't repair. Let's take that one off. I got far too excited. No. That's not going on. Let's get our tie rod on. Let's get that attached with the old tie rod end. Then we get the top arm. A couple of new bushings in there as well. Nice. Get the lower arm in. Oh, wish it was this simple. I really did. Car costs, you know, you wouldn't take it to a mechanic, you do it yourself, but even if you did take a mechanic, the cost would be so down because the biggest thing on obviously all these things is always labour. And yeah, if you could get cheap a nice cheap labour costs, and then it would really bring all your kind of mechanical costs, you know, any kind of tradesman costs would come down, you know, quite considerably. So that'd be pretty good. But sadly they're not, so I don't know why you're even talking about it. Early morning ramblings. I need a cup of coffee. Oh, we need a brake piston. Let's get one of these then. Brake piston cylinder. There we go. Get that on. Let's get the hub in. Then the cap. We're golden. Golden. That's the front suspension sorted. Sorted, governor. Look at that. It's looking good. Right. Should we tackle the rear? This could be fun. Obviously, we also need to get some new wheels and tyres, because these ones are spent. They really are. Let's get that off. Get this off. Hopefully, we can get these repaired as well, because that would be a hell of a saving, won't it? Get that hub off. Can we get the hub off? Yes, we can. Oh, she's got leaf spring suspension on the back here. Okay. Get the plates off then. Okie dokie. Oh, even the fuel tank's looking a bit grim, isn't it? Let's get the shock absorbers off the rear. Take these shocks off. I like how we can do this from the wheel still there, because we've got under the car. That's quite nice. Right, let's get this wheel off, and we'll take the bolts out from this side, because, you know, it's make-believe. We can do these kind of things. Great. Oh dear. Yep, I do need a cup of coffee. I am struggling a little bit this morning. It's currently it's coming at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I have to start working a bit. But yeah, I woke up at 3 in the morning. I don't know why. You know, it's one of those things. I woke up and then I couldn't sleep. So, although I'm absolutely shattered, I have actually been up for a good 3 hours already. But it's not really helping brain thought and function this morning, and that's still impaired quite considerably. So yeah. Don't you just hate that? You wake up and then your brain won't go back to sleep and you just sit there. It's going to be a long day today. I can assure you it will be a long old day. Alright, let's get the drive shaft out. We already had this off when we did the gearbox and engine, didn't we? But we'll take it off again so we can get this out. And then we'll take the fuel tank. Oh, hang on, it's got a fuel pump, isn't it? I'll take the fuel tank up, so we'll see if we get that repaired at the same time. Good! Right, what repairs can we do? That's fine. See, these quick repairs, I don't know if they just fail, or, as we've seen previously, did they be okay? So these are all 99% chance of repair. So these should be easy parts, really. Good. There will, of course, be parts which are not fixable. But let's just have a look now and see what we got away with. Right. So that's golden. Let's get the old drive shaft back in. So we'll get the fundamentals all locked into place, and we can then build around it. Lovely jubbly. We've got one of these spring caps back in, and the springs will need to be redone. So let's get those now. Spring, glorious springs. We'll get 2 of those. We need 1 of those. I think we're going to need 2 of those. And probably 4 of those, because I don't. Do we repair these? Even if we don't, it'll be fine. I'll have some spare bits left over. Then we need the caps, don't we? The rear plates. We'll get 2 of those, because I didn't see one of those get replaced. Which shock absorbers were we using? B's. Rear shock B's. There we go. Get a couple of those. Nice. Right. That should see us for the time being. Let's get some work done. Let's get this spring back on. And yeah, the caps weren't repaired. That's fine. We'll get this side done as well. Ooh, as we bash our head against the imaginary piece. And that's the problem with when I do my mechanics. I don't have a lift like this or a pit. I have to just use, you know, trolley jacks and axle stands, that kind of thing. Which the biggest problem I find is always access, getting your head and your arms in. It's always the bugger. That's all. Oh no, we did repair those. That's okay though. That is always the problem. But, you know, the other big problem is, of course, once you've lost your temper, when you've grated your knuckles for the umpteenth time, you throw whatever you had in your hand against the back wall of the garage, and then you spend the next hour and a half looking for the said thing you threw at the back of the garage, swearing as you go. But, you know, that's all part of the fun, isn't it? It makes the achievement, once it's all done, that much glorious. That's much more glorious. I can't even speak. I told you I'm tired. Oh, long old day today. It's going to be a long old day today. I'm not looking forward to it. Do you know, I was even thinking about streaming tonight, but because the girlfriend has got a meeting after work and she won't be back till late. But I don't know if I'm going to make it, to be honest with you. So this is obviously recording it on Wednesday. So this video will come out tomorrow. From recording. Let's get a couple. Did I buy the pads for the back? I can't remember. They were just standard discs on the back, aren't they? Yeah. And how's the old calipers? Do we see the calipers are okay? Yeah, they look okay. Right, that's that one done. That's all looking glorious. Let's head over here and rebuild this knuckle. Wheel hub. Okay, we need a wheel hub 3. Wheel hub 3. Lovely. Get that on there nice and quick. Need a solid rear drive shaft as well. Soiled. The letters were there, they just weren't quite that in the right order. That's the story of my life, eh? Anyway, right, brake discs on. Get the calipers and pads fitted. No. Let's get another brake cylinder. I'm not gonna put a bad piston in there. Right, they're done. Right, what do we need? That is just a normal standard fuel tank, is it? Let's go to... Would it be under... Oh, let's just Google fuel. It'll be the quickest way. We'll get a new fuel pump. And we'll get the fuel tank as well. I'm not going to mess around. Let's just get them. New one in. And get the new fuel pump. Oh, typical. The other one was 100%. I didn't check that. Good. So that is the suspension done. That is looking awesome. Nice. Right, nice. I'm pleased with that. So all that's left to do is get some wheels and tyres. So what do we currently have? Let's have a look. What have we got? Rims. We got nothing. Okay. Oil. Here we go. Let's no. Let's get these broken down. Oh no, there we go. We can see what we've got. Let me just take a note of this. So it's a rim retro 03 and a race tyre B. What's the sizes? 225, 60 and 15 inch. Lovely. Right, we can get a couple of those ordered then. So we better go home and go to the rim shop. That sounds a bit wrong, doesn't it? So we're looking for rim retros. There's nothing stopping us putting different rims on, of course. Rim retro, what were they? They were 03. So it's these ones. These ones. We've got some variations, look. But they're a lot more expensive. These are from... wait, hang on. It's the name at the top, sorry. So, Rim... yeah, it's this one. No, that's Rim Modern. Oh, where am I? Rim Retro 3, these ones. Okay, so they're $40 each, and these ones are $180 for the variations. We could go for something different if we fancied it, but let's stick with what we got. Let's get 4 of these. 4 of these. They're 15-inch ETA 0. Nice. And then we need some tyres. We're going to go for the race tyre. Race tyre Bs. Let's get 4 of these. They're 15-inch 225s. Profile of 45, that'd be fine. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let's get these on then. They look grand, don't they? Can you repair alloys? Probably not, I wouldn't have thought. Right, let's get that up. Let's get that balanced. Good. I'll build the next one. Oh, then all that leaves us to do is to work on the bodywork next week and get the paint done as well. Oh, I'm getting quite excited now. I think they've sped up the wheel balancing, haven't they? It seem to take half as long as it used to. I'm sure, you used to be able to get 2 tyres on for the sake of 1 wheel balance. Or maybe... no, maybe they haven't changed it at all. I was just going slow, it would seem. Right, next one on. Good, while that one's wheel balancing, we can get these 2 on. They look pretty sweet, don't they? They look pretty sweet. Loving it. Yeah. So a lot of people were a little bit shocked that I said we'd have a red Corvette after the Prince song. They were obviously expecting a green coloration. But no, that's fine. We can play around with it. But yeah, I'd probably go for the red. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, you know? Nice! So that is suspension and wheels done. Looks good, doesn't it, eh? Looks good. Right. Let's drop her down. So we've got some panelling work to do next time. Do the wheels look a little bit too small? I think they do, don't they? What? Hang on, let's just break down what we had. I'm pretty sure I ordered exactly what we're already on there. Let's break that one up and just double check everything. So the rims, yeah, 15-inch. Let's have a look at the... Ah, it was 60. Yeah. Okay, we'll get some different tires on that because that looks a bit silly, doesn't it? Darn it. Try that again. It looked good when it was up high, but now when you actually take a step back and look at it, you realise it's not quite right. Oh my goodness me. So let's get those. So they were race tyre those ones. This was 60. That's 225. And they're 15s. Oh wow, it reset everything. Resets everything. That's really annoying. Right. Yeah. Let's just quickly repair this. Ignore that. That never happened. We'll sell those tyres on, don't worry. They're brand new tyres. We'll be able to sell them on. But it does mean we have to do the tyres again. Oh my goodness me. What's worse is we're going to have to split them as well. Goodness me. Yes, please. Separate that. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm a numpty. I know. You don't have to point it out. We get them split up first, then we'll add the new tyres, otherwise I'll be all over the place. Actually, with the wheel balancing, it might be worth doing one now. Right, let's get 60, that's the one. They look a bit better, don't they? Let's get that one on there. Let's get... So we had the 45s, but in fact what it is the 60s we need. So let's get another 60 on. Oh man. Well, we got one done. Do you know what? I even made a note of it and then completely ignored it when I was doing it. That's so infuriating. Right, that's the 60. It's the 45 we want to get undone. With a 60, yes please. Another one done. See, now we've got kind of a better timing between the balancing and the what I'm doing. It's taken me about the same amount of time. Right, that's a 60, that's a 60, that's a 45. It's that one. Right, let's get the last tyre built then with a 60, last wheel built should I say, and get that balanced, and then we are finally good to go. Take 2 of good to go, yes. And I will go and get some coffee because I am struggling like hell, you can tell. Well, I'm not struggling like hell, I'm okay, but my brain is really not functioning this morning and I've got to go to work in a bit, so that'll be fun. Oh yeah, that looks much better. That looks much better. What we could have done maybe is put large tyres on the back and small ones on the front, like a little 50s hot rod or something. That may not have gone quite what we were looking for look-wise, but it would have been a statement. It may also affect the handling of the vehicle. But hey-ho. Right. Let's give this one more last look at once we get this tyre on. Oh, that's much better. Oh, that is so much better. Yes, good. Right, so finally we've got the job done. Suspension, front and rear, plus some work to the exhaust and the fuel tank have been completed, and we've now finished it off with some nice new alloys and new correctly sized tyres. Next week we'll have a look at the bodywork paneling, and we'll get all that sorted up and get it painted up. So yes, we should finish our Corvette next week. So hopefully I'll have a few more coffees and be a little bit more awake by then. But for now, I'll leave it there. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.